Joining us on the show right now, an Arsenal legend and a man who will soon be seen playing in the Indian Super League. It's a pleasure talking to you, Freddie Ljungberg. Now, let me start with an EPL question. It's been more than a decade since your former club won the last EPL title. This year, expectations are very high. Do you think that Arsenal can end its 11-year drought?
Of course we can change it. I think we have to have in mind that Arsenal was a bit restricted when we built the stadium financially and couldn't really compete. I think we're back to that now when we could buy Ozil and we bought Sanchez, for example. They're big signings. And we won the FA Cup, and I think that gave the players a lot of belief. And like maybe one or two more signings this summer, and we're really going to push for it this year.
Right. Now, for years, we saw Arsenal wear a jersey with one famous clothing brand. That's changed this year. What are your thoughts on the new jersey then?
Yeah, the new jersey, I mean, it's, I think it's, of course, there's a lot of technicality behind it, and it's not so heavy and stuff like that, and when you sweat, but I think as a player, it's quite tight, so that makes it easier if someone tries to pull your shirt, which happens quite often when you play, so it looks really good.
Okay, 11 years you played in the English Premier League. Who's that one opponent that you feared the most?
It's hard to say. I always say you can't have any fear to try to win games and win trophies, so I didn't really fear anyone. I said hardest opponent I probably played against was Ashley Cole, because we trained against each other quite a lot in training, so it's good training for me.
Right now, Freddie, we're all looking forward to you playing in the Indian Super League. But if I may ask you, what are your expectations from the league?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a bit what I did in America. I tried to promote football. I think that's something I tried to give back to football, to spread it around the world. I learned so much when I was in America, and I learned from different cultures. And I'm really trying to do the same thing here. I'm really looking forward to it. As a human being, there's so much you can learn. So if I can just use my experience in any way to help to promote the game and help the players, that's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay, now if I'm not wrong, it's been what, 2 years since you retired from professional football, so one wonders if physically you feel fit enough to play in a professional league?
I train martial arts 4 times a week, so physically it shouldn't be really a problem.
Right, you certainly do have a physique of a man who does martial arts. Finally, Freddie, before I let you go, off the field you've been known for your style. Various magazines have awarded you with what? The best dressed sports star, sexiest footballer, best looking footballer, etc. So why hasn't Freddie Ljungberg tried his hand at being a full-time model then?
No, I'm first and foremost, I'm a football player, and everything else that came because I was a footballer. I do some of it when it works well and it's a good brand and stuff, but I'm foremost a football player.
All right, we're glad that you decided to be a football player. That's the only way that Indian fans will get to see you in flesh and blood when you play in the ISL. Thanks so much for talking to NDTV.